Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's session on NISM Series VA, Mutual Fund Distributors. Today, we'll be exploring Chapter 3, which focuses on the legal structure of mutual funds. We'll cover the key legal frameworks that underpin mutual funds, helping you understand how these investment vehicles are structured and regulated. So, let's get started and dive into this important topic. Let's take a closer look at the three-tier structure of a fund. First, we have the sponsor. This is the promoter or the entity that sets up the fund in the first place. They're responsible for establishing the overall framework and making sure everything is in place for the fund to operate smoothly. Next, we have the trustees. Their role is to hold the assets on behalf of the unit holders. Essentially, they act as a safeguard, ensuring that the assets are managed properly and that the interests of the investors are protected. Lastly, there is the Asset Management Company, or AMC. This is the team responsible for managing the investments within the fund. They make the decisions on where to invest, constantly monitoring and adjusting to meet the fund's objectives. This three-tier structure is fundamental because it clearly separates the roles: setting up, safeguarding, and managing, making the entire process transparent and efficient. Understanding this helps us see how each part plays a crucial role in the overall health and success of a fund. Let's talk about the sponsor's key requirements. First, they must have a proven track record of at least 5 years in the financial services industry. This ensures they have the necessary experience and stability to manage the fund effectively. Next, they need to contribute at least 40% of the net worth of the Asset Management Company, or AMC. This demonstrates their commitment and confidence in the venture. Finally, they are responsible for establishing the mutual fund as a trust. This legal structure is important because it provides transparency and protects investors' interests. Altogether, these points highlight the importance of a strong, committed sponsor in building a trustworthy and well-managed mutual fund. Now, let's talk about the main responsibilities of trustees. Their primary role is to protect the interests of the investors. Essentially, they act as the guardians of investor rights and ensure that the fund operates in a way that benefits those who have invested their money. Another key point is that at least 2/3 of the trustees must be independent. This is crucial because having a majority of independent trustees helps maintain objectivity and reduces potential conflicts of interest. It ensures that decisions are made transparently and in the best interest of the investors, rather than being influenced by other parties. Finally, trustees are tasked with monitoring the Asset Management Company's compliance with SEBI regulations. This oversight is vital because it ensures that the fund abides by all legal and regulatory requirements, safeguarding investor assets and maintaining trust in the system. In essence, trustees serve as the watchdogs, making sure that the fund is managed ethically, legally, and in a way that aligns with investors' interests. The Asset Management Company, or AMC, is appointed by the trustees to effectively manage the fund's money. Think of the AMC as the team responsible for making sure the investments grow and are handled wisely. It has several key departments that work together seamlessly. The Investments Department, often called fund managers, is where the actual buying and selling of assets happen. Then, there's operations, which takes care of the day-to-day processes to keep everything running smoothly. And compliance, which makes sure that all activities adhere to the rules and regulations. It's also important to note that an AMC must meet certain criteria set by SEBI, like maintaining a minimum net worth. This requirement helps ensure that the company is financially sound and capable of safeguarding investors' interests. Overall, the AMC plays a crucial role in managing the fund responsibly, aligning with the broader goal of protecting and growing investors' wealth. This structure helps build trust and confidence in the entire investment process. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the key service providers involved in managing a mutual fund. First up is the custodian. Think of the custodian as the guardian of the actual securities or gold held by the fund. Their main role is to ensure the safekeeping of these assets so investors' investments are protected. Next, we have the Registrar and Transfer Agent, or RTA. The RTA is responsible for maintaining accurate investor records. They handle everything from registering new investors to updating existing investor details, ensuring that all transactions are properly recorded and managed. Then there's the auditor. The auditor's job is to check the accounts of the schemes and the asset management company itself. They ensure everything is transparent, accurate, and in compliance with regulations, which is crucial for maintaining investor trust. Finally, we have the fund accountant. The fund accountant calculates the daily net asset value, or NAV. This NAV is essentially the price per share of the fund, and it reflects the total value of all the assets minus liabilities, divided by the number of shares outstanding. All these service providers work together seamlessly to ensure the fund operates smoothly, transparently, and securely, which ultimately benefits us as investors by maintaining trust and integrity in the system. Now, let's take a look at the role of the Association of Mutual Funds in India, or AMFI. AMFI functions as a self-regulatory organization, which means it sets and enforces standards for mutual fund distributors and companies to ensure integrity and transparency in the industry. One of its key responsibilities is defining the code of conduct, which helps maintain ethical practices among all stakeholders. Additionally, AMFI issues the ARN, or the AMFI registration number, to distributors. This number is essential because it verifies that a distributor is registered and compliant with industry standards. It also helps investors identify authorized and qualified professionals to guide their investments. Overall, AMFI plays a crucial role in maintaining trust and professionalism in the mutual fund industry, ensuring that investors' interests are protected while promoting fair practices. This connects to our broader theme of understanding how regulatory bodies work to safeguard investors and uphold industry standards.